Manchester United 0, Seville 0. Manchester United have got the draw away in Spain in the last 16 of the Champions League. Now, a 0-0 draw isn't too bad for Manchester United going into the second leg. Could have been better. 1-1 draw would have been better. Winning the game would have been better. But we've got a draw, so we've got to be fairly happy with that for now for Manchester United. Now, set up how most people probably thought Manchester United would set up. Now, Sevilla were always going to be a difficult team for Manchester United to beat. Liverpool struggled to beat them in the group stage, but somehow managed to get a 3-3 draw away at this Seville side, which I don't know how they let 3 goals in that game, because Seville had the lion's share of this game from against Manchester United today. We knew how Jose Mourinho was probably going to set up in this game. Tried to keep it very tight and tried to nick it late on to get the 1-0, and that is exactly how it planned out. Put the 3-man midfield, start with Herrera, McTominay and Matic in midfield, which I thought Scott McTominay done a very good job today in this game, putting 3 more defensive-minded midfielders in there, leaving Paul Pogba on the substitutes bench, although obviously Paul Pogba having to come on for Ed Herrera's injury in about 16 minutes. Now, my only problem was, okay, Ashley Young actually didn't have a bad game today, but where the hell is Luke Shaw? I just can't see. He's been saying in recent weeks that he's going to give Luke Shaw a new contract, but I just don't see what's happening. He's not playing. As soon as it comes to the biggest of games, Luke Shaw's not getting a look in, and it is a bit worrying for me moving forward, because Ashley Young's going to surely be binned off in the summer, and we're going to have to sort out that left back position if he doesn't trust him. Valencia obviously coming in the right back position. There was no Eric Bailly for this game, I think, because it was a massive game. I can understand that, but Lindelof and Smalling at centre half. Pleased to see Lindelof get some more minutes, because he's been a bit concerned about the lack of game time as well, with Rojo and Jones out injured. But with Sanchez and Mata out wide and Romelu Lukaku obviously up front, it gave Manchester United sort of less attacking options up there, with only really Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku, the real attacking prowess up there. Obviously Juan Mata a bit more slower than them as well, but the pace obviously coming from Romelu Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez. Was hoping that we maybe be able to catch them on the break, maybe a bit like we did against Huddersfield, but obviously they had the lion's share of possession, but only maybe once or twice did David have to pull off any saves in this game, and the stats were showing about 24-25 shots from Seville, but in terms of the actual game, having a lot of the play, yes, but they didn't really do enough with it. Very wasteful with their possession, and that in the final third was Seville. And as I say, I can't really see how they've gone to and played Liverpool at home and put 3 past them when they were 3-0 down earlier in the season. But you know, hey ho, this was how Manchester United set up anyway, and we've got the job done for now, and we've got to hopefully see the job off at home and get the victory that Manchester United want. The only downfall is that if Seville do score at Old Trafford, it's going to make it very difficult for Manchester United, because we're then going to have to score 2 goals. That is the only downfall of this game. But late on, Jose Mourinho has tried to win the game. He's brought Marcus Rashford on and Anthony Martial on. A lot of pace there to try to get that goal, but it just didn't quite come. That was obviously the aim of the game, was to try that last 10 minutes, really push for a winner, and it just wasn't to be. But you can't be too disheartened with a draw away from home in Spain. Going to Spain is never that easy. It never has been for Manchester United. We've struggled against the likes of Villarreal in the last few years under the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh, excuse me. So it's never been that easy for Manchester United. We struggled. Athletic Bilbao beat Manchester United in the Europa League under Sir Alex Ferguson. So it's never been an easy place for Manchester United to go and get a result. And these are 5th in the Spanish league. They're no muppets at all, and they've won the Europa League about 2 or 3 seasons in a row not too long ago. So they're no muppets at all. So it's not the best of Seville side. So you would hope that Manchester United, with the way that they attacked Manchester United and it didn't have that cutting edge up front, you would be confident Manchester United at home in the next game to get the job done. I'm going to go for Scott McTominay as man of the match. I mean, he done his job, just what the manager asked from him tonight. That's why I'm going to say that he was the man of the match. Stuck to his instructions, and it's nice to see. I think he's the 4th youngest English player to play for Manchester United in the Champions League, which is fantastic. And yes, he is actually English, come from Lancashire, so he's an Englishman. It's just that he may well play for Scotland if given the opportunity. He's got ancestors that are Scottish, so he does qualify to play for either England or Scotland at national team level, so he can have a pick of his choose. And out of choice, he'll probably go for England, but he could, if he doesn't get picked for England, he will go for Scotland. But he done his job tonight, and so did most of the defensive areas of Manchester United. There was a couple of hairy moments, but not too many, when obviously that header that David Hare very well saved should have been a goal. But besides that, Manchester United David Hare hasn't really come under any trouble tonight. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. We turn our attention now to the big one on Sunday against Chelsea. Got to try and get the victory, or at least not lose that one either. A draw would be the worst result that Manchester United could possibly have in that one, because we want to keep ourselves in that top four. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.